26th of December 2004, a date etched in our memory. It was on this day that the world woke up to one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history. The Japanese term tsunami, which few people outside the scientific community were familiar with, became a part of our everyday conversation. Few other natural calamities have disrupted day-to-day life and claimed so many people as the tsunami of 2004. Here's a look at what unfolded on that fateful morning 15 years ago, the impact of which resonates even on this day.
It was 7:28 a.m. local time in Indonesia when the first tremors were felt. Indonesia, situated along the Ring of Fire, is prone to earthquakes, so no alarm bells rang. But this was no ordinary earthquake. Tourists from around the world had gathered for their year-end holidays and had no idea of what awaited them. Minutes after the quake made the earth tremble, wave after wave of ocean water swept over the beaches and deep into the holiday resorts. The world watched in horror and was introduced to the word tsunami. Those who witnessed it and lived to tell the tale described the waves as being over 100 feet high. It was unlike anything the world had seen before. After the Christmas Day celebrations, people were resting in their hotel rooms and resorts. The rising waters of the ocean entered several kilometers deep into the land, sweeping everything away along with it. Many people were sucked into the ocean as the tsunami waves retreated, wreaking havoc, death, and devastation. The seismic indicators measured the quake to be 9.1 on the Richter scale. The emergency responders pressed the panic button. So what had triggered the tsunami waves? It was the earthquake. The third most powerful earthquake in recorded history. Giant forces building up inside the surface of the earth for hundreds of years were suddenly released on the 26th of December 2004. The Burma Plate and the Indian Plate had ruptured along the fault line. The energy released from the quake has been estimated to be equal to 23,000 Hiroshima atom bombs detonated at once. The earthquake itself would have had devastating consequences. But the situation was complicated, with the epicenter of the quake being inside the ocean floor. The quake had displaced a huge amount of ocean water, and it was this water that flooded coastlines along the Indian Ocean. Indonesia, being next to the epicenter, was the worst hit. There were no tsunami warning systems in place. By the time the waves stopped, over 230,000 people were killed. Over 150,000 have still not been accounted for. From Indonesia to Myanmar to Bangladesh to Australia to the eastern shores of Africa, the tsunami waves had claimed lives. Over 15,000 people lost their lives along the eastern coast of India, and many islands on the Andaman and Nicobar Islands were washed over by the waves. The killer tsunami waves had traveled over 5,000 kilometers. Such tsunamis are rare in the Indian Ocean. They are more frequently witnessed in the Pacific Ocean. But no other tsunami in living memory has claimed as many lives and inflicted as much damage as the Indian Ocean tsunami of 2004 did. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.